Good day everyone. How is your day today? This time we'll be talking about Hinduism. But before we start, let's have first the objectives. At the end of the lesson, we'll be able to know where Hinduism began, describe how Hinduism practices emerged, familiarize Hinduism's beliefs and ways of worship, differentiate monotheistic religion from polytheistic beliefs. We have also guide questions on where areas we need to focus to understand the lesson. Where Hinduism started. What are the doctrines of their faith? How polytheistic religion like Hinduism differ from monotheistic ways of beliefs. According to our reference, Hinduism is the oldest major world religion. It is 5,000 years old and is the third largest. First is the Christianity and next is Islam. It is the traditional religion of India, originated in the Indus Valley. The religion is based on God-given thoughts or laws and is a way of life based on universal principles. Take a look at the map. About 1,000 years ago, the faith was carried along trade routes to lands to the east. Hindu influences remain in Thailand, Malaysia and Bali in Indonesia. Hinduism has no founder, therefore it is not based on the teachings of a person or group, unlike with the Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Archaeologists have found many statues of the female figure in the homes of Indus Valley people, a collection of beliefs and practices developed over thousands of years. Hinduism is a polytheistic religion. According to the history, the arrival of the Aryans was the start of the Hinduism beliefs. As the Indus Valley cities declined, the Aryans came to India and settled along the Ganges River. The Aryans' religious hymns, called the Rig Veda, were adopted by the Hindus and are the most sacred writings of Hinduism. In early days, animal sacrifice to gods was an important part of the religion. You can remember with Judaism, but soon lost its popularity as the feeling grew that animals should not be killed for sacrifices. Like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, Hinduism, of course, have holy writings, and it is called Vedas, as a collection of Hindu writings considered to be the world's oldest writings. Veda means to know, and believed to be divinely given or revealed knowledge. Vedas are divided into 4 scriptures: the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda. Each Veda has 4 parts. First one is mantras, which are the prayers and hymns. Next is Brahmanas, priests, provide information and explain the rituals, ceremonies, and importance of saying prayers. And the third one is Aranyakas, the forest books, written for hermits and saints who live simple lives isolated in the forest. If you can see on the picture provided, contain meditations and asceticism. Upanishads, sitting down near, writings about the origins of the universe, characteristics of God, and the presence of the Atman or soul in all living things. Are religious conversations between holy men that ordinary people could listen to. Rig Veda, the oldest and most important section of the Vedas. The Rig Veda tells of 33 gods. That's why Hinduism is one of the polytheistic religion, all of whom are born of one creator, Brahman. The 3 gods, Brahman, Vishnu, and Shiva, from the Hindu Trinity. How do you worship? Believe in one supreme being, whom they call Brahman. worship that one God in various forms according to the different functions they believe he performs. Believe that God is omnipresent, everywhere in all living things. They believe that the deity may be represented in masculine and feminine ways. How do they understand God? Some Hindus say that the three letters of the word G-O-T relate to the deities, their main functions. Number 1 is G as generator. This represents God's ability to create things. Next, O as operator. This represents God's ability to preserve things and keep them moving. Then D as destroyer. This represents God's ability to destroy things. Hindus believe that these three roles are fulfilled in the Hindu Trinity. The Hindu Trinity is composed of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Hindus believe in more than one god or deity. They are polytheistic. Worshippers will devote themselves to one god, their personal deity. Household shrines feature pictures and statues of the chosen god. Let's talk about Brahma, the creator. He is their supreme presence, or God. All other gods originate from Brahma. Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, maintains balance between good and evil. Appears in 10 different forms of avatars. Then we have Shiva, the destroyer, worshipped as the destroyer or reproducer, represents cycle of birth and death, crushes the earth to symbolize ignorance, holds the flame of destruction, purification and renewal. His hands symbolize blessing and protection. His snake symbolizes his power over evil forces. Take note of the differences and similarities of Hinduism with the other religion that we had already discussed. Hindus have a small shrine that contains an image of the family's chosen god and objects associated with them, as flowers, jewelry, and other decorations to show that the god is honored and special. Perform activities such as prayer, meditation, recite mantras, and study sacred writings. Images are washed regularly. And if you can remember, during our first lessons, the start of the semester, during the activities, the picture that you can see or you have seen are from Hindus' beliefs. Okay, puja is the name given to the ritualistic worship. The shrine in the house contains a puja tray. You will notice to a Hindu is what on that picture, the puja tray. Items on the puja tray symbolize different things. The bell rung to let the deity know that worship is about to start. Dish containing sandalwood paste, used to mark the worshipper's forehead as a symbol of devotion, blessing and protection of God. Food, offerings of rice, nuts, sweets, fruit that symbolizes an exchange of love between the worshipper and deity. The holy water, used for purification and cleansing. Sometimes water is from the river Ganges. And of course, very familiar with us is the incense stick, light to purify the air. And the lamp represents the elements of the universe: earth, air, fire, and water. Look at other temples. It is called mandir. The Hindu place of worship is called mandir, considered to be the home of God. Each mandir is dedicated to a god or deity. And other beliefs of Hindu are Dharma. Dharma is the moral balance of all things, played out in all aspects of life, religion, social, and family. And of course, very familiar also with us is the karma. It exists in other beliefs. It has reflections. Karma is the belief that a person experiences the effects of his or her actions, that every act of every thought has consequences. And the third is samsara, the reincarnation. They are familiar with this belief. Represent the cycle of life, death, and rebirth in which a person carries his or her own karma. A person may experience effects of past lives, and worldly status depends upon action in the past life. For example, when you were still alive, if you did good things And then in your next life, you have a higher status. And if you do bad things when you're still alive, maybe you can be an animal in the next life. Okay, the last one is moksha. Like behavior for the Christian, Hindus strive to reach moksha, or a state of changeless bliss. This is achieved by living a life of religious devotion or moral integrity. The ultimate reward is a release from samsara and union with God. And the last one is the caste system. The caste system is the basis for social divisions in Hinduism. Each Hindu is born into a caste group. Whether one is born into high or low caste depends on the cycle of birth and depends on the deeds of one's previous life. You can see this in the study of society. Brahmins belong to the highest caste. They are priests and scholars. Kshatriyas are soldiers and warriors. Valshyas are merchants and professionals. And the lowest are the Sudras, laborers and the servants. There's a fifth level where the untouchables or polluted did all the dirtiest jobs. Thank you for listening.